Mm. What's that? Is that? Hello everyone. I have all of my favorite things from the past month, April. I kept getting that wrong, but April, laid out in front of me. I think it basically can go into two sections. One is like beauty and makeup and skincare and fashion, and then the other is like lifestyle and health, if you will. It's been a weird month. I haven't been leaving the house much for obvious reasons, but I have had like changes in what I like and what I've been using, and favorites videos are my favorite. They're like a guilty pleasure of mine, like those old Zoella favorites videos where she's sitting on her bed and she goes through everything that she loves. So I thought I'd bring that back, and I just thought I'd shoot a favorites video. So these are all the things that I've been liking and using for the past month. I'm gonna start with beauty slash fashion, and I'm going to start with something that you probably actually can buy no matter where you are in the world. It is the Nivea Soft Face slash Body slash Hands Refreshingly Soft Moisturizing Cream. This just smells like my childhood. Yeah, I definitely used it as a child, and now I've rediscovered it as an adult. It's really thick as a moisturizer, and I use it after I've showered on my body, like my legs in particular, which get really dry. And Angus has really dry skin. Angus is my partner, and he has really dry skin, like on his shoulders and his arms. So I made him go buy cream, and he bought me this moisturizing cream. And I just love it. It reminds me of when I was a child, and it keeps me soft and moisturized. So there you go. Let's go with my other moisturizer that's here. So this is a Meraki hand cream in Cotton Haze, and I bought this last year. It definitely has expired. Not by much. I bought this last Christmas. It was on sale at Nordic Living in Edinburgh, and they're originally £13 for a hand cream. I mean, it is amazing and it works really well, and it keeps your hands soft and moisturized, and it smells amazing, but like £13 for a hand cream is not in my budget. But it was half off at their Christmas sale, so I bought it. It's from, I think Meraki is a Danish company, so it's just like nice Nordic skincare, and I just love it. I love it so much, and I'm really sad that I've almost run out of it. Just gonna take a sip of my tea. Okay, moving sort of from creams to cleanser. This is the Body Shop Vitamin E Gentle Facial Wash. Oh, look it has it in French too. You don't see that here as much. You have to do that on everything in Canada. But look at that. Anyways, so it's got vitamin E in it and wheat germ oil. I do ads with the Body Shop on my Instagram, and I went in right before lockdown came into effect in the UK, because everything in the UK was just like business as usual up until lockdown. So I went in for a consultation and spoke about my skin. All you need to know about my skin is that it is combination skin with a heftier side on the dry side of things. So I get like eczema patches under my eyes and on my chin sometimes, and I get a lot of hives, so I've got quite sensitive skin. And I walked away with 2 things from the vitamin E collection. Mostly that's because I love the vitamin E collection. I've used it before and I know it doesn't irritate my skin, so we sort of played it safe with that. But I've never had the facial wash before. I've had the cleanser before, but I've never had the facial wash, and I love it to use as like a double cleanser when I've got makeup on. So tonight, when I take my makeup off, I'll use my micellar water that I have, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, to take like it off the first time, and then I put this on and I just sort of scrub it all off. And there is still stuff left on after my micellar water because it's just not nice. Like, it's not a very hefty makeup remover. And the nice thing about this is that it is creamy and moisturizing, because I do have sensitive dry skin, so it's great to have this, and I just feel like I'm taking care of myself a bit better. And to be honest, anything that adds a step and adds time right now in my life is what I'm looking for. Okay, the last thing that's sort of like skincare, beauty side of things is actually a hair oil. This is the Lovely Body hair oil in lavender and mint scent. I don't know why I've done that, because you can't smell it, and I've definitely smelled it before, but it just does really smell. So Lovely Body is a Thunder Bay small business. It's actually owned by my neighbor in Thunder Bay, and she is lovely. And she makes everything herself. I believe. And she's always posting on her Instagram. I'll link it in the description. She's always posting on her Instagram of her like mixing soaps, pouring soaps, making stuff like this hair oil. And everything she does, she tests like 1,000,001 times, and she gets her friends to test it, and she makes sure it's as good as it possibly can be. And this hair oil is as good as it possibly can be. A, yes, it smells delightful. B, it's made with all of these natural oils, and there's nothing in it that doesn't need to be in it. C, I use it on my face as well as my hair. So normally what you do with a hair oil is start at the ends and work your way up. I do that if it's like day 2 of me not washing my hair's gotten a bit dry, especially right now because I haven't cut it recently and I keep curling it and doing stuff with it. So it's been a lifesaver for that. But if it's like the end of the night, I've just used my vitamin E cleanser, my skin's really dry, and I'm gonna put my hair up to sleep, I'm gonna take some of that, maybe like a drop or 2, rub it into my hands, and then pat it on my face. There's nothing in it that I can't put on my face, and it smells really calming, perfect for when you're trying to go to sleep, and it's way more moisturizing than any face moisturizer I have. So when my face is really dry, skin is really dry, I'll use this. Okay, I'm sorry you can hear Angus singing in the other room, if you can. He's off for 2 weeks and he's making an album, which is really commendable, but he does it all at home in our spare room. He also hums incessantly, and by the time the album is finished, I've heard every section of the album about 1,000,001 times. So makeup. I have 2 makeup products here. If you've been watching my IGTVs, you know that I don't do very much makeup right now. I used to be really into makeup. If you've been following ArcticSabrina YouTube, you know that. But I moved to the UK, they don't have Sephora here, I didn't know what to do with myself, so I just stopped buying makeup. Yeah. So the 2 items that I have are not both that I'm wearing, I'm only wearing one of them. The first item, I'll show you the one I'm wearing as a blush right now, and it is the Red Pomegranate Lip and Cheek Stain from The Body Shop. Let's do a classic YouTuber. I have no idea if this is working because I can't see what you see. I do work at The Body Shop now. I started buying this long before I ever imagined I would work with Body Shop. I wrote a review of it on my blog that I'll leave in my description long before I ever started working for The Body Shop, for doing ads for The Body Shop. And they've never gifted me this. I always purchase it, and I believe it's only like £8. This is really affordable as a lip and cheek stain. Lots of people recommend the Cloud Paint from Glossier, and I've just never been convinced to buy it because I always use this and it does everything I could ever want. Yeah, if you haven't tried it and you love blush, try it because it's great. The last thing on my makeup April favorites is this liquid lipstick from Maybelline. I was gifted, I don't think it was this shade, but it was the red shade when they first came out with the Superstay Matte Ink. I somehow ended up on the Maybelline mailing list for PR when I was a blogger in Canada. No idea how. I think I emailed them. And I was like, please put me on your list, and they did. And I got this amazing spread. I think there might still be a blog about it on arcticsabrina.com. But anyways, I lost my red one, and it was like my go-to red lipstick. So I went and I bought this one. This is Pioneer number 20. And if you've watched my IGTVs about wearing a red lip, how I do my red lipstick makeup look, how I style red lip, this is a red lipstick that I'm wearing. It's just this lovely, rich red, standard like Taylor Swift red lipstick. And I love it. This is also the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink lipstick. And it stays on all the time. Like, I could eat anything right now. I could eat a really greasy pizza. I could eat McDonald's if they were open, and it would still be on once I was done eating it. So if I was going to work from 9 to 5:30, I would probably wear this if I was wearing a red lipstick because it's just gonna last all day, isn't it? Okay, let's head on to the second section of the video. That felt like the scene in Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Amy's trying to get everybody's respect. Anyways, no, let's not head on to the second section of the video is not here yet because this is my only fashion piece. So I'm also wearing these today. And I thought, what have I been loving when it comes to fashion? And the short answer is shorts. I've been loving wearing high-waisted, comfy shorts because I don't like wearing trousers or pants around the house, but I obviously need to wear bottoms because I have a lot of neighbors and a lot of windows. So I've been wearing these. These are probably the least comfortable ones. These are from American Apparel. They're like the classic old high-waisted shorts from years and years ago. These are from Topshop and these ones are from River Island. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen them. I think I was wearing these in the flat tour. I've just been wearing them all the time because it is spring. It is warm in my flat. There's lots of sun and I'm not too cold wearing them, but I'm a lot more comfortable than I would be if I was wearing jeans. So love those. Now let's move on. No, oh my god, this is the second time I've done that. This is the last thing I was gonna put in my fashion beauty section. It's a headband. It makes me feel like Blair Waldorf. It probably does not look good with my hair up, I'm realizing now. But I use it when I do my makeup. I also have used it in my IGTV. It is from Primark. It was £1. I do not suggest that you invest in a lot of things like this that are really cheap because you'll just end up with too many. But this is one of the few things that I saw and I was like, I need that. I want that. I've seen Estee Lalonde wearing headbands like that and I want one. So I bought this one and I bought it in black because it goes with everything. So that's been a favorite for April. Just gonna double check. Now I can move on to the health and lifestyle section of the video. The first thing in this section is what I've been sipping on this whole time. I actually do love this mug too. This is also from Nordic Living. It is Royal Copenhagen mug in yellow. My roommate last year bought me this for my birthday. People just know to go to Nordic Living to buy me gifts because this was what I got and the other thing she got me was a Meraki candle. So yeah, she knows me well. Beyond the cup within it is green tea. So when lockdown started in March, I was like, great, I'm gonna get my own cafe going on at home, and I bought coffee and I have an Italian espresso machine, which I've always used. I can't make coffee taste good. I genuinely can't. I tried for a month and a half and I couldn't do it. It always tastes so gross. And I love coffee and I don't know if I've just stopped liking coffee, but I just can't do it anymore. It's so much work to make it and clean all of the machine. So I just stopped and I started drinking green tea. And then we got a package sent from Angus's parents. Is anybody else sending loads and loads of packages right now? It's just the only way that we keep connected. So my mom sent me like 3 things. Angus's parents have sent us stuff. His sister sent us stuff. We've sent a few things. It's just so lovely. Anyways, she sent us a package from Brody's. Angus's mom picked out this lovely tea along with some breakfast tea. I think there was some coffee in there and shortbread and the most amazing chocolates you would ever taste in your entire life. So I know this is about the green tea, but I remembered the chocolates. I didn't put them in the video because I've eaten them all. I ate them within like 24 hours of them arriving. We had the mint chocolate ones. I love mint chocolate. I'm one of those people. But we also had the raspberry or just the berry chocolates. If you live in Scotland, order them. They are so good. And this green tea is also good, but it's more about the fact that I've been drinking lots of green tea. It's just so much easier to make than coffee. It still has caffeine in it. It's good for you. It's a really like fresh way to start your day. I often felt with coffee, I felt like kind of, that's me being bloated and sort of tired after a few hours of having coffee. With green tea, I just don't feel that way. And I've been picking the green teas with lemon in them because green tea is quite a grassy flavor, but when you've got the lemon in there, it's just a bit more fresh and a little bit lighter, and it goes better with honey, which I forgot to put in my tea today. Now, the other thing that I've got here, which is a bit weird, is my apron. It's from Kath Kidston. R.I.P. Actually, have they gone into administration? I don't know. But this is from Kath Kidston. It's one of their like classic prints. I bought it a few months ago because it was on sale, duh. And I just wanted a cute apron because I do always look a mess in the kitchen after I've been cooking, and I do cook dinner almost every night. So I thought I would just get an apron and stop staining my clothes. Cue lockdown, cue the baking extravaganza that has ensued from lockdown. In the past month, I've made berry scones. No, in the past like 2 weeks I've made berry scones, cookies, the no-bake focaccia from Bon Appetit. So I've been in the kitchen baking a lot. I'm unemployed now, so I can do that. And this is sort of, I do love the apron, but it's just sort of my way of saying I've really been enjoying spending time in the kitchen. Baking things like focaccia was so rewarding because apart from having to have yeast and a lot of flour, which is hard to find right now, it was actually really, really easy to make. I prepared the dough the night before, I let it rise overnight, and then in the morning it took me maybe 15 minutes to put it in the oven. The thing is, I couldn't make that on a weekday if I was working in an office because, of course, you need to wait for it to bake in the oven. So I'd have to get up at like 6 or 7 to do it. It is doable, but I'm not waking up that early. So that's one of the positives I've seen in being in lockdown. The other positive is that my plants have been so much better taken care of, and I've been loving taking care of them. I know you've probably seen, if you're on social media a lot, tons of people have been buying more plants. I haven't bought more plants, but we've got this one from Angus's sister. This is one of the things she sent to us. I've got this plant down here, which I'm gonna try not to break. It desperately needs a new pot. I've got a few sitting behind the camera that this is gonna go into, and that one's gonna go into this one. I know it needs a bigger pot, and it's coming. I just need to wait for my soil to get delivered. And then my last plant also needs a new pot. It's really bad. This plant pot is from Anthropology, and these two plants are from Oliver Bonus, which I actually love going to her plants. I don't think they sell them online though. Maybe they do. This one is from a mail order plant place, which was lovely. It came in a big box, and it was pretty much ready to go, and these plants are actually quite hard to grow. So I was impressed with that. Now, is there anything else? So those are the things I've been loving in my health and lifestyle side of things. There are other things that I've been doing. I mean, I haven't just been growing plants and baking things. Those are just my favorites. I have been knitting, but I'm knitting the same scarf I've been knitting for ages. And I did read in April. I know that everybody's been reading, and it's a big thing, and everybody's reading Normal People, and everybody's reading, I don't know what else everybody's reading. The Flat Share. Everybody's reading The Flat Share right now. I don't have a Kindle. I had a Kobo. I don't know if those are still a thing, but it's in Canada anyways. And I did have a book that my sister left here, and I read it, but I hated it. So it's not in here either, and I haven't read anything since then. I suppose the last thing I would say I've been enjoying that can't really go in the video, or I can't hold up to show you, have been like family FaceTime. So my family, or at least the women in my family, every day at 6 my time, I think like noon their time in Canada, we do yoga together. So we've been doing yoga with Adrienne, and she does every year 30 days yoga challenge at the beginning of the year in January. So we did the 2020 yoga challenge, and now we're on the 2019, halfway through, day 16 today. And that's been really fun because living abroad, I do not get to talk to my family hardly ever. So, sorry, cut off a bit there. But yeah, it's been really nice to get to talk to my family every single day, because we just wouldn't otherwise. And we've even been doing weekly trivia nights with Angus's family, which is nice. We talk to them now weekly, and we do talk to them more like in person when it's not a pandemic, because they live in Scotland, so we do get to see them regularly, but we probably wouldn't talk face to face every month. So yeah, there's been a lot of great things that have come out of a difficult time, and I think the favorites video has had me thinking about these positive things. It's been a really good exercise in positivity, if you will. So if you're looking for a little pick-me-up, maybe you can think about your own favorite things and put them in the comments. If you have any questions, concerns, if you have any thoughts, honestly, put them in the comment section. I love when people comment on my videos. It makes me very happy, and I always comment back. Yeah, if you enjoyed, please like and share, and you know this by now. You've seen other YouTube videos, so thank you for watching. See you next month. actually next week, like I do weekly videos, so subscribe.